Now here I come.
Boy. And we're gonna roll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of A Word with Words, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Story.
And it's A Tati.
Yes, it is. Today we're going to talk a little bit about establishing value in dating. Just a little bit though, because dating is exhausting.
I'm about to say why, because we only want a little bit of value.
I'm tired.
Like just a little bit though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's break some ice, shall we?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What? Mm-hmm. No, let me just find it. I was trying to see if
you
I
was
could
about to
remember
just
it.
say it off top, off tippity top.
Yeah, but nah. What childish thing do you still do as an adult?
Childish. I mean, aside from prefer animated media in general, cartoons on television.
You gonna say another one?
I mean, I can't think of anything.
All of mine are food related because I still go up for fruit by the foots, fruit
I haven't had one of
roll-ups,
those in so long.
Gushers.
That either.
Pop-Tarts.
I do eat Pop-Tarts.
Halloween was just here. I made sure to get me some Frankenberries, some blueberries.
I didn't have any this year. I had that for the first time last Halloween.
You did. I think you did. You told me about it.
It was fun.
Now, I don't play no games when it comes to the snacks. And I don't see myself ever. I be wondering, like, am I going to reach an age? Or is it going to come a time when I'm just not going to want fruit snacks or something? And I don't.
Amanda Seals.
I'm 30 now, so I don't think it's
Amanda
happening.
Seals said that she was talking to someone and they like somehow her age came up and they were like, "Oh my God, you're 40?" Like they were like, "You don't seem 40 at all. You don't look 40." She's just like, "It's because I eat so much candy. Like it keeps me young."
Candy. That's one of my childish things too.
Yeah, I love candy. I actually think I got a cavity right now.
Cereal in general. Actually, my favorite foods, like, I mean, I'm getting older now, so my taste is starting to get a little more
I'm
refined.
getting older now.
But in the past, like when, like, you know, with dating, when people be like, "So what's your favorite foods?" I used to always be because I would be like, "This is gonna
Just
sound
kidding.
so childish." Hot dogs.
Bleep that out.
Hot dogs, pancakes. Just
What combo?
Dogs, pancakes.
hot dogs, pancakes,
Pizza.
chocolate chip cookies. These were my. If somebody asked me my I mean, until this day, I still
Foods.
stand by hot dogs.
Yeah.
My favorite food.
I mean, it's delicious.
I would. It's so childish. It's so childish.
Hot dogs, pancakes.
Chocolate chip cookies. I don't care.
That's
I don't care.
actually hilarious.
So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We're all just children trying to pay bills and stuff.
That's so sad.
All
I don't. Okay, whatever.
right, let's have a check-in from you.
So physically,
I didn't change my lip.
physically, I am sleepy.
So tired.
My body's shutting down.
Exhausted.
As we speak. And
Exactly, she was a hoe.
for sure. I was just watching
Same.
the
Oh.
clip from 40-Year-Old Virgin
No.
when Kevin Hart was in the store arguing with him.
Going around everywhere.
I loved that part. It's
He
so
said, "Nigga,
funny.
here now."
That's so good. He was like, "This your boy." So yeah, emotionally in this moment, I feel joy. Lots of joy. Attention. My attention is on. You know what? My attention is on my nails.
Oh, let's see them.
Cause I gotta take these. No, these are old. I have to take these off, and then in the morning I'm gonna go get some new ones. But
Get
I
some
have
new
to
ones.
decide how I want my nails, and that is always a big decision for me. It actually.
I'll tell you how to get them.
And also, Okay. It also stresses me out slightly. Like, because I have so much, I love getting my nails done, and I put so much weight on that the build up is very stressful. It gives me a lot of anxiety.
So I think you should get nude, all nude, and at this length, and you should get a hole put into them all and get some jewels on some.
She wasn't.
I thought you were taking this just as serious as me.
I'm
But
sorry.
now I see that this is your most
No,
childish
you
thing
have
that you
some-
still do as an adult. You play games when I'm trying to be serious.
It's just like a little jewel, like a little
I'm
keychain.
not putting a hole in my nails. I thought you were about to say something serious at first when you were such like get all nude and then you were like put a little. I thought you were gonna say like a little heart like in the corner. And I'm supposed to be like, oh
Now
my
you have an
God. Like,
idea. I helped.
that was
I still
already an
helped.
idea, and so I thought we were like on the same wavelength. And you and I was like, oh my gosh, like, but no, you're a child. And spiritually, I.
Ignorant.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with
This is
you?
about to be an
feel
interesting
blessed.
episode, y'all. I'm so sorry. You feel blessed? That's what's up.
Oh, I like this. Take this off.
No. I wore this for our pie tasting. Remember? Lush Yummy?
Ah,
So tasty. Oh my god. I want some right now.
that was a great time.
Physically, I'm feeling shut down. My body is checking out. Emotionally, I do feel some joy. I feel some fatigue. My attention is currently on, I should eat something soon. That's why my body's doing this.
Ooh, that'll wake you up while you eat.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Then you'll go to sleep after.
Yeah, so I gotta figure it out. I'm about to say seasonally. What? Spiritually,
I don't
baby.
like
Spiritually, I am feeling.
voice. That's a good one too, though.
Spiritually, guys, please. The laughter, I'm gonna
It hurts
crack. Yes.
It
Okay.
hurts to see
Spiritually,
us
I'm
laugh.
feeling cared for. Okay, so we saw a clip from another podcast like a couple months ago, a long time ago now, but they were just talking about the concept of establishing value in dating. And one of the things that they were saying was like, if you make yourself too available for someone too soon, they're not going to see the value in you, right? So it got me to thinking like, oh, we all have these kind of like underlying and unspoken thoughts about things that we can and can't do when we first start dating someone. So I just wanted to kind of think about that and talk about that. I wanted to start from some quotes. I'm not going to tell y'all who these quotes are from, but she's a dear friend of ours. Okay, so here's quote number 1, and we will respond. Oh my God, I deleted it. Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
So this first quote is about her establishing the other person's value. She says, "I don't lead communication when dating. I'm valuing you based off of your ability to be like pursue me. I value you based on your ability to pursue me. So I'm not going to reach out to you at all." Is what she said. So, nope. Not hey, not what's up. Not loved the date, really enjoyed spending time with you.
I think that's cap. Coming from
It
her.
is cap. It's
Coming from
definitely
her,
cap.
first of all. But I think that women in general have often, even though we don't always like follow this necessarily, but it has been fed to us in the sense that we are to be pursued.
Yeah.
And that a man is supposed to chase.
Mm-hmm.
And that when you feel like there is a lack of that pursuit and chase, that's evidence of
That they
he
don't
not
like
that
you.
into you.
Yeah.
Like he not fucking with you that heavy. And I do believe in that to an extent. I think that certain things are human nature, and I think that men are naturally a little more aggressive when they really want something.
Yeah.
And so I think that when there is a lack of it, it is kind of like, not to say, oh, don't ever call this person at all, or don't ever,
Right.
you know, it's not to say like, oh no, like fuck you, you didn't call me today. So, but I do think, you know, just peep game. Just be aware. Just be aware of your surroundings. Like, that's all.
Yeah, read the room.
Yeah.
With me, I think that I'm very easygoing in the beginning stages of dating. Like, I don't care about who reaches out to who. I don't care about double texting or any of that stuff. It's when we get closer to, like, the serious part where my anxiety kicks up. And I find myself feeling like I'm not going to reach out sometimes because, and I'm unlearning this, guys. Like, sometimes, especially, trying to give you an example without telling my business. That's impossible. I'm not gonna tell y'all my business though. So basically, though, I do have a tendency, once we are in the space of more seriousness, where I'm like, I need proof that you care. And I think that in the beginning stages, where it's like, I just need to know that you like me, like, I don't be really caring about that, because it's like the other shoe either gonna drop or it's not. But once we're in it, I'd be like, oh my fucking God, like, do you? Like, what's up? And then that's when I kind of, my brain starts to play that little game where I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say I love you. I said I love you first last time. I'm not saying, like, you know, doing all that stupid shit. So stupid.
Yeah, but I definitely feel like a lot of the times though, at least in my personal experiences, when I'm having a lot of that anxiety or like those are usually like signs like this might not be for you, or like this might not be, because in general like you should be comfortable, or you shouldn't worry about like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't know what it is. But when I am doing that, it may not necessarily mean like, oh, you ain't shit. But it just means that like, it's obvious it's not that though. like I'm freaking out because I feel like there are signs that it's not that, or it's not that.
Well, yeah, I think that if you're a person who's securely attached, then yes. If you have a secure attachment style, then yes. If you're me, nope. It's usually nothing at all, and you're just worried. So the next quote that we got from our friend, I don't send pictures. If you can get me to do whatever you ask, you're not going to value me. So when a nigga is like, send me a pic.
Or just pictures, period.
She's like, no, not because I don't want you to, not because of the type of picture you're asking for, but because if I let you know too soon that whatever you ask me to do, I'll do it, you're not going to value me. She says, quote. Thoughts? I kind of felt this, but not with that particular example. Not with pictures. Even though she did, when we expounded upon that, she was like, you know, I tell niggas all the time, like, just go to my Instagram. And I feel the same way too, because like I'm literally, especially because of the type of pictures that I post. Like, you can see me in lingerie right on my Instagram. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because usually when niggas say, send me a pic, it's not, it's when you get closer to a nigga that they might say, send you a pic, where it might just be coming from a warm-hearted place of like, I just want to see you right now. But like, usually niggas is just like, let's see what I get. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice and see what I get. And you can roll the dice on my Instagram. You can see all the things, most of the things. Nipples, they haven't flagged me for that. They haven't deleted those. You can see them right on the ground.
They don't flag me for that. I don't send nudes, or typically like just extremely
salacious photos.
Yeah, like pictures. Yeah. So, but that's how I know if I like you or not. Because when I really like somebody, if they just want pictures of me, like just because I'm going out, or because I'm, you know, and they just like, oh, you getting dressed, send me a picture. Or they haven't seen me in a couple days, send me, like, I'm excited about it. It makes me happy that you want a picture of me, or that you're that interested or involved. But if you ask me for a picture and then I'm like, we follow each other on Instagram, like, that's kind of a sign to me that, like,
but no, we're talking really in the beginning, the very beginning, like,
yeah, in the very beginning. If I really like you, I'm gonna be like,
I do not know if I really like a
you know,
person.
like I'll be, yeah, like I won't mind, like I don't mind in a general sense. I don't mind sending pictures.
Yeah.
But, that's all, but I also don't. That could be because like any picture I send typically is gonna be me like smiling, or
Yeah.
like something like it's not like anything crazy, anyways. But I don't see. But like I agree with the statement of kind of. You shouldn't think right off the bat that I will just do anything you want me to do.
Yeah.
But I don't relate that to pictures.
Yes.
I feel like pictures is a thing that you can think that you can ask me for and I'll do it. But,
Yeah.
but like
I think with that in particular, like,
but like I'm in Milwaukee. Pull up.
It's
You shouldn't think I'm gonna do that.
I mean, oh, I was about to say Milwaukee. No, we drove somewhere before, but
Yeah.
I thought it was Milwaukee. It was not Milwaukee.
But that wasn't right off back.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying too. Like, but when like in the beginning stages of dating, I don't even know if I like you enough to do anything that you ask. But like, yeah, if I already established that I like you, I don't care about stuff like that. But I think that I am a person too that I'm so easygoing that I don't think anything of anything. Like unless it is a true boundary of mine, I think that I am a person whom a nigga might be like, yeah, this bitch will do whatever the fuck I tell it to, because I just be like, okay, like, you know, like make me a sandwich. I'm like, all right, like I have the things to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that in my mind, I think that I don't really relate to going out of my way to not do something to prove a point when it doesn't bother me to do it. Like. So I think that, and maybe that's something that I should think more about, just to be like, don't always be so.
No.
But when I don't think that, if I don't think that hard about it, obviously, if you're not telling me to go out of my way or asking me to do anything that I'm uncomfortable with, I'm just like, yeah.
I want to not think. I want to not second guess. Being like, should I make this nigga a sandwich? Like, I don't want to.
What is he gonna think?
I want to, like you said, if it doesn't bother me and it's not hurting me in some type of way, I want to be able to just freely just sure, and it me not think that somewhere down the road this is gonna count against me in some type of way. Yeah, like I got this bitch on her knees, bro. Watch this. Like,
not about a sandwich.
like watch this. Like, so no.
So this is a funny one. She says to establish that I am of high value. When I am on dates at restaurants, I go overboard. So I order things just for the fuck of it. That's what she said. And I just was like, okay. She's like, yeah. She's like, because if you take me out the first time, I don't want you to ever fucking think that it's ever going to be cheap. And I'm like,
why can't you think that it's ever going to be cheap? Why do you have to think like, okay, every time I take her out, I got to be ready to spend about $300. Every time. Every time.
I mean, in a way, I feel like as long as you are, if you're firm on that, you're secure in that, you looked inside yourself and it's not coming from a malicious place, go off. If you find niggas that's going to do that. But I wonder how many times you're going to find someone who's like willing to keep that up. You know what I'm saying? Like who's willing to just have no versatility at all in what they have to bring to the table for you. And I don't think that in my experience at least men have not made me feel of lesser value because I was willing to like go to a park on our first date or like, you know, so I never really assigned my personal value to how much someone would spend on me or how much I could get someone to spend on me or how much I can demand that someone spend on me. If anything, I'm the fucking opposite. I think that I would assign my value to like being very clear that I don't need you for shit. Like I'm the one at dates, and neither is right, but I'm the one on first dates fumbling like, oh, do you need me to pay? Like I'm like just letting you know, like I will absolutely pay for mine and yours, goddammit. I don't need you for anything. And yeah, and underlyingly, I definitely think that that's probably my way of being like, because they're not going to think that I'm this type of girl. And that's a way to establish value as well. Not a good way, but.
Yeah. I think in the same way that we said with the last one, how you were like, you don't like the idea of intentionally not doing something
Mm-hmm.
to get a certain reaction. I don't like the idea of intentionally doing something.
Yes.
You know, that's not like within my character. Now, if you are at a fucking steakhouse, if that's where you went,
I'm not gonna
it's
get
like,
the chicken
of course.
fingers at
Like,
Chicago Cut.
Like, of course,
Yeah.
I'm probably about to get an expensive ass steak and an expensive ass meal, but I'm not gonna go out of my way
To be like, and lobster, and extra lobster.
We're at Chili's, and I'm scanning the menu, trying to find the most expensive thing they got, just so I can
Not
let it be known.
Chili's.
You know, just any, you know, regular like grill or bar type of place, and I'm intentionally trying to find something that costs the most, just so you can spend a lot of money or something. Like, I think that's absurd.
It's ridiculous.
I don't really know what that proves about either of you.
It would prove that I'm high maintenance, I think. Like, I think that women who do that think, like, I have to establish myself as high maintenance. I have to establish myself as something that you have to maintain.
And I think that that's fine for you if that genuinely is how you move. Like, if you went to a certain restaurant and it just so happens that the most expensive thing on that menu is the thing that you want, then I feel like that, you know, that's just how the cookies crumbled that day. Like, it's not that big of a deal if that's really what you wanted. But intentionally doing something, trying to set like, I need him to know, like, when he out with me, you spending bread. Like, you know, like, I don't.
That don't make him a good person.
Yeah, like, that's
what
I meant by. That's what I meant by saying I don't know what that proves about either one of you necessarily. Like, and if he does keep, and it, it's like I don't know what we're getting out of this. I don't know what we've learned today.
because in that scenario, he is me, where it's just like, I'm just paying because I like to put my dick on the table and be like, I can pay. But that doesn't always equate to I like you so much, or I'm going to call you back, or I'm going to be at your beck and call.
So well.
I mean, I'm going to treat everybody with respect.
All you've established is that I will buy you lobster.
Right.
That's all we've established today.
I like to eat out, and I would spend any amount of money, regardless of who's with me. Like, it don't have nothing to, like, so it's, not for me either. Okay, so, she's out of her mind, and I know my friend. She exaggerates, but she's off her rocker. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about how looks establish our value, and we talked a little bit about this in the Dress for Success episode. But in the space of dating specifically, how do you think about that in dating, as far as like how your appearance or how your looks establish your value? Do you feel like people that you're dating are thinking of you one way or another based on how you dress or how you look, etc.?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that that's a natural human, like, assessment kind of way. Like, even when you, like, I feel like Michael just said, it's like when you're meeting someone, you don't know them. I don't know anything about you other than your appearance. So whether I'm basing this off of your face, your clothes, you know, the way you smell, like something, I think people are definitely making assessments about you based off of the way that you look in the beginning, for sure. I don't think there's really.
But do you think that you intentionally keep that in mind, as far as like how I want, like, if I can choose how this person perceives me, like I want him to look at me this way, so I'm dressing this way, or you know, something like that? No, me neither.
No, I'm pretty much, I am me at all times, like all the way around.
And you dress well.
Yeah, when I feel like it, and like,
I mean, even when you don't feel like it, you never just don't know how to dress.
But let somebody else tell it. I've had my mama.
That's mama's job.
I've had her treat me like in the past, like she'll see me, and then she'll be like, "Wait, like what you about to do after this?" And she'll be like, "Didn't you say you was about to meet up with such and such?" And I'll be like, "Yeah," and she'll be looking around like, "So you're just not getting dressed?
That's just because they old
You're
school.
not taking care of yourself today, okay?" Like, so that's definitely. I am like how you say you feel like I dress well, or that like I keep myself together, but I feel like that goes for all versions of me coincide. And the same way that there's a part of me sometimes that likes to be dressed, there's an even bigger part of me that likes to be in hoodies and sweatpants every day. And I don't play that down like for anybody or for like any circumstance.
Yeah.
I've had people, people get a lot of anxiety or like feel weird about like the first time when people like FaceTime them. Like out the blue, when it's not, when it's not scheduled ahead of time and you look down at your phone. I've been in the house like hair wrapped, like just looking like whatever, and my phone ring, and then like a part of me may be like, oh, I can't answer that, but then I'll stop and be like, I'm not doing nothing.
Not about to do that.
Why can't I answer the phone? This is how you look. like this is you. This is who you are. Like, this is how you look. He might as well get used to it now. And so I will answer the phone. And then have those times be when you answer the phone and then they be like, they be, hey, beautiful. Like, and you be like, see, you get it. Like, we're fine.
Yeah, I'm just now getting to a point where I am even thinking about my appearance, like in a real way, like for real. So in all of these years of dating and stuff, nope. I'll be like, damn, I would relish in the moments where I'm like, oh, he called me on a good day. Like, oh, I did something today. But that's not going to make me try any other day at all. So yeah, not me. Do you think that there are any other things that you kind of keep in mind for yourself to kind of establish your value in dating specifically?
I think a big one is making people stay true to their word and expecting a certain amount of like consistency or follow-up from a person. I think that men, and not even just men, but people try to find loopholes with which should just be general respect for another human being. They try to find loopholes in like a, well, you're not my girl, or we not together, or we not this, and then be like, that has nothing to do with you saying like, I'm gonna call you back and you didn't, or you saying like, oh, we're gonna do this on this day and then we don't. I just expect people to stay true to their word, and like, and I try to, when you get those first signs that somebody does not, don't like leave that person where they be. Like just let it be. It doesn't have to mean that I have animosity towards you, or that I hate you, or I'm going around town like, oh, this nigga. It's not all of that. No, it's just you are not for me. You are not. You don't handle life the way I need someone to handle life to be a part of mine.
That's true.
If calling somebody back or saying when you can't do something ahead of time, not waiting for me to approach you about the fact that you didn't do it, you reaching out to me ahead of time and saying, oh, this isn't gonna work. If those small things are things that for you are too big or feel like too much of an inconvenience for you, then we're just not
compatible. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that that's the main one for me as well, just establishing that right up front. And I'll give you a chance. I'll let you know, like, hey, to me, any words you say, that's the thing that people, like, I take seriously every word that comes out of my mouth, because I believe our words are agreements. So when people just arbitrarily say like, oh yeah, we'll do this, or I'll do this, or I'll do that, I definitely make sure, especially with men, I definitely make sure that I establish like, hey, I noticed that you said that, and I noticed that you didn't follow up, and I just want to let you know that that's not something that I take lightly. But that's about the only thing really that I like am really serious about, like,
and not letting
a Judge Judy ass bitch.
And no, I'm not a Judge Judy ass bitch, but and also believing in the things that I feel and I say, like not letting other people's opinions like play tricks on me, like making me think like, oh, maybe like I'm tripping, or maybe I shouldn't, be upset about this, or maybe I shouldn't be saying anything, or he really doesn't owe me anything. Like maybe I should, because I know you know, we're all grown. We date. I've dated people. I've dated people that I really liked, and then I've dated people that I've just been like passing the time with.
Yeah.
But in none of those spaces has it ever made me feel like I don't owe somebody my word or owe them the respect. Like, I'm not wasting anybody's time. I'm not gonna have you go somewhere or have you get ready for anything and then I'm not there or I'm not showing up. You know, it's still just a basic human respect that I would have for anybody.
Yeah.
That, and you can't let, because I feel like I've definitely been in situations, or maybe not necessarily me, but I've been in situations with friends where I'll hear scenarios that they're telling me of people that they've dated, where like men will try to make you feel crazy.
Yes.
They will really try to make you feel like you are nuts for being upset about something, and you really have to
For expecting basic decency, really.
yeah. They will
Like-
make you. They'll be like, you're not my girlfriend.
Is it that
like,
deep?
Whoa. like I had no idea we were that serious.
Also, you just a human. Period.
He's like I know I said that I was coming by last night, but then I fell asleep, got tired. Like you just don't. I feel like that's where I hold a lot of my value comes from me being very true to myself and
Yeah.
not allowing anything to like sway me from what I know to be true for me.
Word. I love that. Well, thank you for that. I think that's as good a place as ever to wrap it up. If you have any stories about somebody trying you against your value, let us know. You can hit us at askawayWithWords@gmail.com. You can hit us also at Away with Words the podcast on Instagram. You can hit me there at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on Twitter. And you can follow at @Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati